Welcome to the Find Your Leadership Confidence podcast with Vicki Noethling. You are about to discover impactful lessons that help you grow as an individual, grow your confidence, and find the positive and good within you, so you powerfully and authentically become the best version of yourself. Be sure you visit our website at www.findyourleadershipconfidence.com. While you're there, subscribe to us via your favorite network. Now tune in, get ready, and enjoy the journey of emerging as a leader of exception in the 21st century.
Welcome, everyone, to the Find Your Leadership Confidence podcast. I'm your host, Vicki Noethling, coming to you from Roswell, Georgia. The goal of this podcast is to bring topics and guests that will empower you to become that confident leader and take your business and your life to the next level. Today, I am very pleased to have with me Jacopo Iasiello. Close, I'm sure. So Dr. Iasiello is the CEO of a luxury and wealth group, and his journey began in Naples, Italy, where his love for his family and city shaped his early passion for entrepreneurship. Starting at 11, he delved into books by real estate investors and entrepreneurs, laying the foundation for future success. And despite an early career in soccer that ended due to injury, Jacopo transitioned to business, starting in real estate, specializing in auctions and short sales, and quickly earned a reputation for securing lucrative deals. Jacopo earned his Ph.D. in international business management, authoring a thesis on successful entrepreneurs and studying under renowned trainers like Tony Robbins. Moving to Florida in 2011, he left Naples. I can't believe it. He completed over 350 plus real estate transactions, building a substantial property portfolio. His innovative M.P.B.E. method, which is meditate, morning prayer, biohacking, and exercise, has transformed his life. He recently published a book in December of 2024, Healthy, Rich, and Happy, and aims to share his transformation approach to others. Today, we're going to talk about turning adversity into opportunity. So please join me in welcoming my guest, Dr. Jacopo Iasiello.
Vicky, first of all, you uh, tell the name and the last name perfectly. Thank you. Really, I'm really pleasure to stay, like to explain my story, and you are the host, and I will tell my energy and everything I have in my heart to your audience.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you being here. We always start out with two easy questions. I gave a little bit of a way. Where in Florida do you live? Where do you call home right now?
I am in Miami Beach. Yeah, I live in Miami Beach, and I travel 8 months. I live in Miami. 3 months I live in Napoli, and 1 month I live in Dubai. And in these 8 months, I
Oh,
travel a lot.
oh, awesome. Three great places to be.
Yeah, I try.
So go
Uh,
ahead.
I try like to utilize each state for different kind intention. What this means, I know United States is the best country in the world for business, and I'm really proud for United States. I'm really grateful. And I use for business, for real estate, Dubai the same, and other interest. And in Italy, I have some interest in business over here, but I try to enjoy the majority of time my family, my friend, and
Yeah.
really about the country.
Yeah. It's always good to be back with family.
Yeah.
So we talked about your, I gave some highlights of your journey, but this is about adversity into opportunity. So share a little bit about the journey that you had, the paths that you took, and maybe some of the missteps or the adversity that you had that you turned into opportunities.
Yeah, Vicky, like honestly, my life is like I think so, like yours, like other people, is full of adversity, you know. And after I changed this situation in good thing for my life, when I starting, really young age, around 8, 9 years old to start it to be a professional soccer. I have all my dream, my effort, my energy, everything in the becoming a professional soccer. All my young age, I
Yeah.
really, dedicate everything from this sport. And what's happening, when I live around 14 years old, this is the first my really adversity. I leave my house really young age, around 14 years old, to play in other city in Italy professionally. And what's up? I need to go back at 17 year and years old because I have really big injury where all my dream, everything finish at that time. And this is
Mm.
the first moment in my life where I connect with, some kind of emotion. Before this, I don't
Yeah.
know this kind of emotion. Sadness, frustration, humiliation, and, a lot of really dark moment.
Mm.
But, how your podcast is explained with word is something really changed at the moment, something in my life. What this means, my mother helped me with kindness
Mm.
and love.
Mm. Mm.
And she told me at that time, because I coming from really a good family, where she told me, don't worry, you will succeed in something else. You will find something and you will go in something else and you will succeed. And from over there, I starting to realize I am different from my family because my family there, my mother is teaching, my father is engineer, and what's happening? I have this internal part where I want to create, do something
Mm.
different, and I
Yeah.
start to learn the only way to really create something unique in life, honestly, is or you becoming some really artist or some somebody through the sport change the emotion of other people or through business. And I'm starting to do business, and I opened my first shop in Napoli with the money from the government. I closed this shop because I make the first mistake in my life in business: location, location, location.
Yeah.
In the wrong position, this shop,
Mm.
on the back of the alley. It's a jewelry shop. I don't have the money at that time. My family don't lend me the money, and I take from the government from Italy, open this shop, go sleep in the second floor of this shop for a couple of months. Not because my family they don't want me back, but because I feel really messed up. I have debt and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
And after I asked to my father for 8,000 euro to moving this shop, and from over there I opened one chain of jewelry with more than 20 shop, becoming a really, driving a revenue company where I have like really substantial big number.
Mm.
And 22 years old, I starting real estate in Italy. And after I have the other part of my life where starting other adversity, when I'm moving to Florida with a lot of difficulty, a lot of really, really the most difficult moment in my life, where I'm moving to Florida, because my business started to lose revenue in Italy, but it's not because for this reason I'm moving to Florida, but because I feel I already create some form of money where I possible live comfortable in Italy, but
Mm.
what's happening? I feel it so young to have this passion to moving, to create, to see other opportunity, and
Mm-hmm.
to see opportunity in Florida. read. I remember like yesterday, I read, what's happening with the subprime mortgage over there, and I
Yeah.
moved back one flight, go over there, and from over there, starting my business. Now I am entrepreneur, businessman, where I have like create my portfolio, where I possible travel the world, and I do more than 355 flipping. But before all this, with a lot of dark moments,
Yeah,
and
I would think so.
yeah.
Yeah. Choose in Florida, there's a high competition for real estate, especially in in that Miami area. And then you have not English is not your first language, and you're a foreigner doing business in the U.S. I can just see the all the things piling up as to challenges that
Mhm.
you certainly overcame.
Yeah, it's like really, really a lot of difficulty during the process. The process, I remember like yesterday, and I repeat without any kind of shame. Like I arrive in Florida, and the first problem I find is people from FPL. They don't understand me. At that time, I don't speak English completely, and what's happening, I don't know how to communicate. I sleep for 2 or 3
Yes.
days on the floor, and it's like a lot of different kind of emotion, and but I learned something during different really break point in my life. The only way to stop you is the way when you don't moving forward in your action.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
it. It's no other way. It means two when the day is not good, because two until now, two if I create for myself really comfortable life where I possible travel
Mhm.
the world, enjoy my family. But Sunday is a day where you feel without energy, without power. How I find really one method where I want to share with a lot of human beings, change completely my life, my state of mind, and the real
Mhm.
estate becoming a vehicle where with this method bring me energy, power, capacity to call, to speak with other human beings. After, through the vehicle of real estate, I create my external abundance, because Vicky, what I think so now is so important, what I learned with all my break point in my life, really something important. Nothing is create without effort, without action.
Mhm. Yeah.
But something is important, I think so. Like when you have something, some method, some strategy, something where you build your internal part automatically, when you elevate your inner self inside, automatically you will go more easily through your idea or business you have clear in mind with
Mhm.
action. But for this reason, I create this two way where I believe 1000% everybody they need to have the method. Is not necessarily my method, because it's
Just
not
some
mine. I
process.
assemble it, but it means something where you bring to your life everyday energy, and after you go up through through action, through for your goal you have in your mind.
And I think, it had to been important about you really building a network in this new land, this new journey that you had, because I always find that mentors and people that can advise you, coach you, really help you when you try that new adventure that you have no idea what you're doing. You read books and everything, but it's so helpful to have those people that you can talk to. Talk about building relationships, um, and how that really helped and impacted your real estate business.
It's no impact only the real estate, impact completely my life. What this
Yeah.
means like from young age, because I have the really honor to have my father is my hero, but it's not only my
Mm.
hero. It's to a really sensible, intelligent human being, where he told me something so important. In your life, when you started to growing in your business or in general, try to don't close any, never some door, but try to open more doors possible. And I really, initially, when I am so young, like around my first step of my life, where I create this company with a lot of million of revenue, I don't have this thing in my mind to my father, but I becoming a little bit narcissistic in the way where
Oh.
I feel better only because I have probably, some form of revenue, and when life is starting to push me, in different direction, I really learned this. And what's happening, I create really, I take my PhD in the same time I open 20 shop. What this means, I study really early in the morning at 4:30 in the morning. I study. I remember I go to the
Mhm.
exam. I need to leave because I need to go to the business, like, really crazy.
Oh.
But what's happening, I remember something important, and I do this. I study at that time. I use my PhD, my study to connect with other level of human being. And what's happening,
Mm.
I do this where I started to interview people, like. They have really big success in Italy, and what's happening, how life is like, relationship is the first most important thing. And from over there, I create some relationship for my life where I do business partnership. And one of these people is now, he endorsed my book, Healthy, Rich and
Mm.
Happy. He's a
Mm.
billionaire, in university space, in Italy. And, is a really true honor for myself, because, this is coming from relationship, and relationship is so important in my life, because
Mm.
I believe without any kind of relationship, you don't possible go at the next level. Happening too in real estate for me, when I arrive in Florida, I don't know nothing. I have yeah, I have experience in real estate in Italy, but it's two completely different world.
Yeah.
I started to study. I understand how is working business. You need, first of all, research. Second of all, you need the, grow. Third of all, you need do action. And fourth, you need to do contribution to other human being. And what's happening, I do these two part, and three part initially, and now I am in the phase of contribution. But what's happening, after a lot of difficulty in Miami, I find in the other part of in Naples, Florida, and for Maria, one person helped me after, a lot of difficulty. And this guy, opened me some door, explained me something. And
Mm.
from over there, I opened my completely revenue. And now, I am sure that whatever happening in my life, I have in my mind over here a chip where I know 1000% I will moving forward. I will create business
Mm.
in with the same characteristic, because I create in my mind step by step how it's working real estate, how it's working business in general.
So let's talk about the mind a little bit. You in your method, we talked about morning prayer, and so how and meditating. And so how really does that how has that helped you in making sure your mind stays in the right place? Like when you have that adversity, you talked about how it's so challenging and frustrating and makes you feel embarrassed sometimes at the decisions. So, how does meditation and that morning prayer focus you back to where you need to be?
Completely, and and I will explain what's happening. What I find during my life, like, because when happening in your life, in other people's life too, you find something when you are in the dark moment. You don't find when
Yeah.
Is this is reality? Because you need to put some glass different, and if you put the correct glass, you will see something different. Now, what's happening? How I explain, I create this company, and the same time, during when I create the company in Italy with the jewelry, I create started to do real estate in auction, and plus I opened one company with two partners where. These two partner, one remaining now, one my friend, another one, he no, is not anymore my friend. And what's happening? I create this company with all my knowledge. I put in the position of this company one, the ex girlfriend of my best friend, because I want to have control in this company. And what's happening, when I started to lose revenue with the first business of jewelry, this other company, really big company from revenue, this girl, starting to take the company with the other my partner from me, and I travel. When I feel completely from one day to another, I realize what's happening. My CPA called me, my lawyer, and I feel completely in shock. Somebody I put over there, I give one big opportunity, through the back, and my
Trust.
partner create me
Mm,
something so deeply honest. What's happening? I learned something, and that moment I have one my friend, the name of Domenico Mimmo in Italian. He has every time this energy. And I ask, but what's up in your life? You have this kind of energy every time. And he told me about meditation.
mm,
From over there, I started to do meditation transcendental, and why change completely your life, my life, other people's life, meditate. Because you go and you close your eyes and you go in your, state of mind where, you don't need to think about something. And when when you think about something, your mind go flow, this idea don't need to be remaining in your mind. Quindi it's something where you shut down completely your mind. And this one for me helped me because is a process of where I go inside me and I use meditation in different way, really with intention. Because without
mm,
intention in our life, we don't
mm,
possibly create nothing.
mm,
First of all, before I start in my meditation, I do two times in the morning, really early at 4:30 in the morning when I wake up, and around the time where my energy go down, around 1:30, 2 p.m. What's happening? I tell to my mind, hey, I need, for example, I don't know, I need to purchase certain amount of property. This is one something I have in my mind, and I put
mm,
in my mind, and after I meditate. Now, why? Because what's happening when you first of all started to your subconscious to tell something, hey, I know, write the book, but you don't know how write this book. And after you meditate, is something super, divine. You will receive in your meditation some idea, something. And
mm,
I use this kind of thing like something where really in a lot of time I receive some idea can bring me other possibility.
mm,
And the other part is a pray. Pray for me is I realize how it's important.
mm,
Before I coming from a really Catholic family, and it's not about religion, Catholic or whatever it is, but it's about becoming an active prayer. Active prayer is something completely different. What it means is this one. For example, every day in the morning when I wake up, I have this strategy where I believe in give, but not for receive, but automatically, because life is like this. When you give in one
mm,
way, another way, you will receive. And what's happening, I do this kind of thing every day in the morning. I wake up, I pray for the divine, and I ask clear pray for somebody, possible be somebody in my family, somebody near me, somebody give me good energy during the day, and I give the energy to this person to resolve some kind of problem. And after, with really clear intention, I ask to the divine, hey, please, during this day, bring me something so important. I want this. Really clear, with really visually, where I visualize this, because what's happening if you don't ask how you possible receive,
Yeah,
you don't,
that's right.
it's
That's
no
right.
other way. And and I love to really utilize this kind of technique, not to be passive, but to be proactive in this way, because I know how it's working the mind. The mind is a really, you need to be really focalized every time, because in particular, my mind is moving too fast, and automatically I need to bring back with something in front of me every time, every time. And this is two part of the method: morning meditation and pray. Two parts, but we have other two.
So the biohacking, talk to us about that. And also, your book is about being healthy. So how does the biohacking help with the healthy part of it?
Yeah. First of all, the three word, my goal is really to share with a lot of human beings that these three word, healthy, rich, and happy, really possible be a part of your life.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's not something crazy, it's something realizable. First
Hmm.
of all, normally, if you don't have healthy, you don't possible be happy, you don't possible be rich, because without healthy, no value
Makes no
more
difference.
have like sense.
Yeah.
And how is like biohacking really working with the healthy part? First of all, I realize how is important have one part of integration from food, and what it means. Now we eat some kind of food where the food is processed. I see the difference from Europe to United States.
Mm.
Really big difference. The flavor is different.
Yeah.
You feel it. What's happening, I understand this importance, and I use, for example, in my life, integration, external integration with vitamin, but it's not normal. I understand important to create something specific for me, for my body, for my type, for everything.
Hmm.
And what's happening after a lot of research, I find one company. I don't have any kind of relationship with this company, the business relationship. The name of the company, Biomeo. And what's happening, they do the saliva test, the blood test, and everything, and they will tell you which kind the product you need to utilize, and with the specific measurement for your body, your type, everything correctly. Which kind of food you need to eat to have more energy, which kind of food you need to eat less to have, no impact in your energy. And first of all, biohacking, I decide starting from the food, means now I have specific diet for my
Hmm.
goal, clear, and this integration. And plus I have different kind of device I utilize every day, like a mantra, to bring me in my subconscious, like one brain tap, where go in the subconscious and modify your subconscious, and to have more possibility to achieve what I want in my life. Other kind of thing, biohacking related to healthy, as something really change, is the breathing part. Okay.
Yeah. That's huge.
Really super important.
Hmm.
And the last, not the last one, is the part about the cold. Why is so important cold? Cold is so important because what's happening for me, for example, Sunday, um, in particular when I am over here in Napoli, because in this moment I am in Napoli, I will leave soon to Miami. What's happening sometime, I have the day where now here is winter, is not Sunday is not many light in like sun, and what's
Hmm.
happening, I use the cold shower 3 minutes really to change my body, my mind, and everything. And this one is really, I learned from Wim Hof, is really something unbelievable, because we have for free, but we don't utilize. But it's really important, because change your nervous system, and when you change your system, you will feel after these 3 minutes of cold shower. Normally, you possible gradually doing, you feel another human being. All these small, I share with you part will
Yeah.
be really go deeply in the book, where I explain, not from my word, but I don't like, I am no professor of university, but I take the information from the best source and I put in this book and I utilize for myself, and I see really big result. I see how my
Yeah.
life changed completely.
Yeah, I interviewed someone a little while ago, and they talked about how she does the cold shower to just re-energize or refocus, and as you said, change that nervous system type of thing. So definitely something that you can try. And I know I went to, I think it was Costa Rica or one of the islands, and I was in a B&B kind of thing, and they didn't have hot water in their showers. So every day I had to have one of those energetic, and I think it was, well, they figured it's the islands, it's warm, it's wonderful. But it was April, and it was not exactly what I expected. But I was awake. I definitely was awake after that, for sure.
But but Vicky, you know better than me. Whatever you do one time never is work.
No.
When you're starting to work on, and the beauty, I want to share something important. The beauty is not, I am not like Superman or other people, they do this kind of technique, they are Superman. It's the opposite. We have more fear, the other people, they don't do the cold shower. But what's happening, I go through really, I see every morning, imagine, I see this thing over here. No, I don't want to, no cold, no cold, and after, it's the first part where I need to do, and when I do, I feel better. It's like my day starting with fear, and I need
Yeah.
this.
I have a friend that takes a walk at 4:30 in the morning, and then she goes and she swims, and that's how she does that every day to get her body back
Beautiful.
into play. So time has flown by. You and I could chat for a long time, but it's been such a pleasure. Again, the name of the book is Healthy, Rich, and Happy. So definitely check that book out and see how you might be able to change your life and be able to turn adversity into opportunity. And you're thinking, oh, Vicky, how can I get in touch with Dr. Jacopo? And I have the slide that I always share. So if you are listening and you don't have the access to a pen and paper, everything will be on my YouTube channel, Vicki Noethling. So please do subscribe, as well as my findyourleadershipconfidence.com. So it is healthyrichandhappy.com. Again, healthyrichandhappy.com. His Facebook page is Jacopo Iasiello Real Estate. LinkedIn is Jacopo Iasiello with some numbers. Don't worry about it. Just do the first part. I'm sure if you just search Jacopo, you will find him. Instagram is his name again, Jacopo Iasiello, investor broker. X is his name again. TikTok is at Jacopo Iasiello Investor One, and YouTube is at Jacopo Iasiello Broker 2735. Whew, I got through it. All right. I'm going to turn it over
Perfect.
to Jacopo to talk to you about his website, what you can find there, different resources, links, how to get the book, as well as what he does out there on social media, how often he's out there. So it's all yours.
Yes, like the Vicky, the through the website, they possible going healthily. First of all, I need ask help, because if you don't ask help for other human being, means you have to a big ego, and the help is so important today for me. Please buy this book, not for me, not for me
For
really,
you.
but for the two reasons. First of all, you will help one association I help in Miami called Hermano de la Calle, where this association give dignity to the people they are in the street. And I help them not only through the book, but help them with some my real estate property. And second of all, because I believe that this message, this book, possible change life, because it's not coming from the ego part, but coming from the first step I share with you before. I research every time when I start in something. I grow, I do action, and finally I need to do contribution, because for me the fourth part, contributions to other human beings, is what give me love. And you possible find the book in Amazon and through the website, my website, wherever easy for you. Purchase the book, and I know 1000% you will be happy. And after this, now I tell you, you will be healthy, rich, and happy. And after this, I will love you leave a nice review in Amazon to help me to share more people is possible my message.
Awesome. Well, it's been such a wonderful time chatting with you today, and wish you all the best. Have a healthy, happy week. And as always, I remind everyone that life is a journey, and it's up to you to enjoy the ride.
Thank you for tuning into the Find Your Leadership Confidence podcast with Vicki Noethling, where we share impactful lessons that help you grow as an individual, grow your confidence, and find the positive and good within you so you powerfully and authentically become the best version of yourself. Remember to visit our website at www.findyourleadershipconfidence.com and enjoy even more great episodes like this one. Again, while you're here, subscribe to us via your favorite network. We look forward to seeing you next time on the Find Your Leadership Confidence podcast.